Charlie, how many frames you shooting at?
Alright, but my name is Eric Spencer, 26 years old, from Chicago, Illinois. Graduated from the University of Illinois. I am the founder of Unbreakable Kicks. Now you may be wondering, where do I get Unbreakable Kicks from? For the people who follow me on YouTube, Instagram, I get Unbreakable Kicks from my line name when I pledged my fraternity, Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. Go mob to all my bros. The number 9 represents the position that I was online, and my line name was Unbreakable. So, and I love kicks, so we got Unbreakable Kicks. Those are 9s. Those are 13s. So I just need to see one of the 7s. The bin series, the bin 9s. Shoe am I using? I'm using the left shoe. So bins are supposedly the highest quality Jordan you can get. You got the premiums, like Charlie, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so when Charlie came in, he was like, "Oh, those are premiums. These aren't premiums. These are just dons." But if you want to talk about a premium, you have like a shoe will come in like this box if it'll be like a premium. But right here, you got the Air Jordan 4 premiums. Those are, I want to say these are the Obsidians that came out not too long ago. And oh wait, just like the bins, Charlie's like, dang, look at the bag. So they kind of trying to bring back that bin quality. So you got the bag that the shoes go in, the dust bag. Like I said, real sneakerheads keep all receipts. Keep all receipts in a box. Then just the quality. The leather. So this is a $400 retail shoe. These retail at $400. Most other general release shoes, they release at like $190. Prices have gone up. I remember when I first started buying Jordans, they were retail at $160. Definitely went up $30, but just the quality overall of the shoe makes it a premium quality shoe. With the silver boxes, taking it back OG style right there. So, and these I got linen 10s. I think the OVOs is kind of modeled after these. Linen 10s. Dead stock pair of these can be about $400. Mine still is dead stock. I don't typically sell shoes anymore. Whoops, still need it, bro. I'm more of a collector, but linen 10s. And then you got some shoes, yeah, bro. OG cherry 10s, yeah. Just stuff, bro. Like, so half the times I forget that I even have all this stuff up in here. Still dead stock. These released in 2005. Alright. So my first legit pair of Air Jordans is the Air Jordan 6 Varsity Red. I call these the Bread 6s. These released in 2010. Now before that, like I said, I had Team Jordans. I remember in high school, my junior year in high school, I had bought some Air Jordans off a website. They were like $89. I'm thinking they was real. I'm a junior in high school. Everybody started wearing Jordans then, so I'm like, I'm gonna get me some Jordans, but couldn't find out after like 2 wears, the paint started peeling. I'm like, dang, I got some fakes. And then I remember it was a pair of Air Jordan 7s. If you don't know what a pair of Air Jordan 7s look like, we got the Air Jordan 7s right there. The J2Ks, those released in 2012. but it was a all white and black pair, and now as a collector, I'm like, those never even released, so those were the fake pair. But this shoe right here, I remember when the Fusions came out, the Air Jordan and Air Force One Fusions were releasing. I went to the mall down in Champaign and called them like, do y'all got the Air Jordan Fusion 8s? It was the Aqua 8s mixed with the Air Force Ones, black, aqua, and blue. They didn't have them, but they had one last pair of Bread 6s in my size. I'm like, well, I'm gonna walk out with something, so I bought these and I beat these to the ground. I literally wore these every day. This shoe right here brings back a lot of memories to me from my fraternity days, strolling in parties, partying with my frat bros. This was my always go-to shoe. So I know you remember the Hares came out a couple years ago, but this is not the Hare that released. When did these come? Like 2015. These released in 2008 as part of the countdown pack. So you had Jordans 1 through 23. So these came with the Air Jordan 16, 7 plus 16, 23. And with the countdown pack, you got that special insole right there. So that's how you know you're working with something from the countdown pack. With that insole.
Do you think like other brands like Under Armour eventually in like 5 years, 10 years down the line might be able to, you know, catch up to Jordan or Adidas like that?
It all depends. And when I say it all depends on who they sign. So for instance, I have 2 Air Jordan PEs. A PE is a player exclusive. So I have 2 PEs right here. So this is the Chris Paul PE, home version, China exclusive. And this is the Air Jordan 13 Ray Allen PE. Still got receipts. I told you earlier, you ain't legit if you ain't got receipts. So still got the receipt to those. Now, let's do a little bit of history. Originally, Jordan didn't want to sign with Nike. Jordan originally wanted to sign with Adidas. Adidas wasn't really going for it. They weren't trying to pay him enough. So he went with Nike. So the history of shoes could all have changed had Jordan signed with Nike. If Jordan had signed with Adidas. So with that said, Under Armour is signed to, Steph Curry is signed to Under Armour. Now, when the Steph Curry 1 came out, he had a couple of shoes that did good on resale simply because he just won the championship with Golden State, and he had a lot of clout. If you don't know what clout is, he had a lot of hype behind him. Now, let's say if LeBron James leaves and goes to Under Armour, I don't think that it will make that big of a difference because LeBron James signed with Nike and his shoes isn't really doing anything. So I honestly feel like it all depends on who they sign. Do I think that anybody in this generation will bring such a hype that Under Armour will be in competition with Nike and Adidas? No. Let's go back again. Let's look at Adidas. Let's say 3-4 years ago, you wouldn't see anybody rocking Adidas unless it was some shell toes, some classics, some Stan Smiths, Jeremy Scotts. Those were like the only ones, fashion designers, more popular, not really athletes, but more in pop culture. They were wearing Adidas, fans of those people. But now we got Kanye, another pop culture type of individual. Yeezys off the chain. You know, there's more, I feel like there are more fake Yeezys than there are Jordans. You really don't see a lot of fake Jordans anymore unless it's, like I said, a China exclusive. There's plenty of fakes of these out. There's plenty of fakes of Wing 12s out. This is not a China exclusive, but it's a hot Jordan. There's plenty of fakes of OVOs out. So it depends. Now, had Drake signed with Under Armour, I believe Under Armour would be up there with Nike and Adidas. But it all depends on who they sign. Like I said, currently there's nobody in our generation that will bring enough credibility and hype to Under Armour that will just make them in competition with Nike and Adidas. We have paint. Then when you take the paint off, you get special patterns. So these look like play. Damn, it's just so much to talk about, bro. Seriously, it is. It's just so much to talk about, man. I could talk about how similar. That's my favorite.
OVO 12.
Yeah. Then you got like China exclusives, like Chinese exclusive stuff.
Get some
of the letters.
Up of those, like the letters.
They came out on Chinese New Year?
These came out
yesterday.
These came out yesterday here, but they came out like 2 weeks ago in China. Chinese New Year's. These are the taxis.
Yeah, you can see a difference in like the grain, the leather.
Yep, and then this is a 3M material. You know what 3M
Oh
is?
yeah, reflective.
Yeah, that's 3M.
Wait, the entire shoe is the white.
The upper, the white, the
Wow.
upper is. Now, to me, the second biggest collaboration is the Supremes. You got your all black Supremes. Supreme is located, and I believe it was founded in New York. A lot of people go crazy over the Supremes. I know Drake had a Supreme OVO. I looked that up to see how much that cost. That coat was like $3 grand. And that's when I first started hearing about Supreme. I'm like, who is this Supreme and why they stuff so expensive? And then just looking on their website, on their app, they have like plain block logo shirts for like 89 bucks, and it's just a plain shirt to me. I'm not too hip on like the culture of Supreme. I'm more hip on the Jordan side of it, so that's why I have the whole Jordan set of Supremes. But you got your all black Supremes, and when these came out, a lot of people were photoshopping for, pictures of the shoes. We didn't know exactly the three that were gonna release. They had like a blue pair, an all red pair, and it was just a mystery. Everybody was just trying to see which ones that were gonna release. We did know for sure the camos were gonna release. This was the first pair to be not to be released, but this was the first pair to be announced that it was actually gonna release. I remember I was working at the animal hospital, Banfield Pet Hospital, and I knew that these were gonna drop, so I had my phone on me, and I actually hit these on the Supreme app, but I had a 9.5 in them, and I was like, dang man, you know, I hit, but I don't have my size, so I was kind of upset a little bit about that. But wind up, these dropped again on Nike out of nowhere, and I wind up getting my size 11 on Nike. You got a 94 on the side. I want to say that's when Supreme was founded, because I know Jordan has a 23 on his Air Jordan 5s.
Alright, yeah, so what pairs of sneakers you looking forward to in 2017?
In 2017, I was outside talking to the sneakerheads waiting out in line yesterday, and I told them that 2017 is going to be the rebirth of Jordan brand. And what I mean by that is because so much good stuff is coming out this year. Literally every month. If you don't have the sneaker app J23, I advise you to download that because it has all the information on the newest stuff coming out. It gives you a heads up on all the future releases. Now, next month, the Air Jordan 12 OVO comes out, the black pair. I need that. If there's only one shoe this year that I get, it is the mate to this pair. I need the black one. The black one has a suede on it. It still has everything that I admire about a shoe, the OVO, everything. The Air Jordan 12 black is the only shoe that really matters to me for 2017. A lot of people gonna go broke this year buying Jordans. In February, so heads up for y'all, if y'all new to the game, February is gonna be a tough month for y'all. The reason why it's gonna be tough is because people getting their taxes. So tax money means you might not get your pair of Jordans because John, who sits in your class, who you've never seen with a pair of Jordan, will have those Cherry 13s on. That's going to be the biggest release of this year. Mark my words, that's going to be the biggest release because people have their tax return money. OG colorway, Valentine's Day is around that time. Follow me on Instagram at Unbreakable Kicks. do something else. Cause you know, a lot of people, bro, they like, you spend all this money on shoes.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, but bro, you go out, you spend all this money on liquor.
Right.